Right, so we'll click record now. Hey, people, for Duggys Atomic Dustbin, we've got it's a live pre-record for you with our special guest today. So I hope you enjoy it. Go and check him out after the show. I think we've got an exclusive from him that Janice has sent us. So it's been released this week. Anyway, introduce yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Sam, and I make music under the name Red Shakes. And yeah, we've got my newest track coming out this Friday. That's going to be obviously previewed on your show. Yeah,
I've got that. Got it. Absolutely wonderful. So yeah, this is for Duggys Atomic Dustbin and introducing, which is great. Tell us a bit about yourself, then. Why did you go under the name of Red Shakes? What's the idea of that? So you're wearing red as well.
It's not a good story. I always feel bad when people ask me this. I feel like I should have like this really good story ready, but
make some shit up. That's it.
I should. I'm gonna start doing it now, But the story basically just goes that I wanted the name Velvet Shakes for some reason, and it turns out it'd already been taken. And my favorite color is red, as you can probably tell from the
everything. Red lights behind you and everything. Yeah, it's all popping.
So I just replaced it with red, and then cursed myself to forever have to wear red on stage for as long as I live now, basically.
Well, you don't have to. You could be, you could play on it and just wear what you want, couldn't you? Do you know what I mean? Red Shakes. In fact, you could wear something different and take a drink in, which is red shake. Do you know what I mean?
There you go. If I show up with another red item, it counts.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, I would have. We normally have a few more graphics on, but we've had a few issues, so we're running with what we've got now. I would change things around, but it's lastminute.com. When your studio computer goes pop, it's not good. It's a bit like your guitar strings breaking on stage, isn't it? What do? You have to have a spare guitar, don't you? So
that's it.
So what have you been up to then? Have you been gigging, or what's the story?
I mean a lot. Basically, I think I'm playing about 4 shows in 2 days this weekend.
Right. Oh, nice.
So that's fun. But no, I've been doing lots of gigging this year. Probably not so much recording music, which I should do. I think I'm going back in the studio this winter to put out more tracks for 2024.
Mm-hmm.
But no, had some really good gigs this year. Opened for the Sherlocks.
Oh, nice, man. Nice, like it.
And we did, I don't know if you've heard of it, there's a festival called Bingley Weekender.
Bingley Weekender. Bingley. Where's that? Is that?
It's in Yorkshire.
Right, okay.
But that was amazing. So we got to play on the same lineup as bands that I absolutely love. So like Razorlight and like Noel Gallagher and stuff.
Nice.
And it was Jake Bugg. Just lots of just really really cool artists that I absolutely love. So it's been an eventful year.
Excellent, mate. Excellent. Bloody good stuff. And thanks for giving us your track, which we're gonna spin for people after this, obviously. But yeah, you're not doing too bad, are you? Your best downloaded track is Doubt with nearly 45,000 streams. That's pretty good going, man. Pretty good going. So how long have you been recording?
Oh my God. I mean, I think I decided to start the Red Shakes thing in the December of 2019, and I probably went to the studio then and released my first track. I want to say January 2020. So it's been about 3 years basically.
Cool. Like a lot of people, there was in the midst of something which we won't talk about because it drives me insane, and it did at the time. But I think a lot of people sat there and gone, "What could we do?" Most people built their own bar or somewhere in the garden, but a lot of other people went, "Do you know what? Let's start a band. Let's start performing," didn't it? So I mean, you were before that though. You were before the curve, so pretty cool. You're also you're in Leicester on the 28th of October as well, aren't you?
Yes, yeah. So we've got a few this month. We're doing Leeds on the 20th, and Leicester on the 28th. So I'm looking forward to both of those shows. It'll be really good.
And Halifax in November, people. So if you're watching this on a YouTube, go and check him out for his other dates because it's already gone. But this is current stuff. Do you know what I mean? As we're recording, so it's good. Excellent. So what got you into music then? What's your influences?
Yeah, well,
the Jake Buggs, the Liam Gallagher's. is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a funny one. So I got into music really late. I think I didn't start making music until I was about 17, and I didn't start playing until I was 16. So I never cared, to be honest with you. But I think it was because of the people I was hanging around. So they introduced me to a lot of like sort of like rock and indie music. So at the time I was listening to a lot of stuff like it's nothing like the music I make, but like Chili Peppers and stuff like that. And my granddad got me into a lot of like 60s rock.
Right.
So stuff like the Kinks and the Beach Boys, Rolling Stones, the Beatles, all the heavy hitters. And I fell madly in love with music probably because of that. But the thing that got me into making it, I think, was I went to my first festival, which was Bingley, funnily enough, in 2017. So yeah, nowhere near making the Red Shakes thing at that time, but I saw the Wombats play, and they'd left basically half of their gear at Heathrow. So they didn't have most of their gear. They had to borrow stuff and they were headlining, but this festival, but they had to borrow a load of gear from the other bands.
Oh, no, man.
And effectively, the last 10 minutes, they couldn't play any more songs because they didn't have any of the keyboards or whatever it is that they needed to play more songs. So they just had this like jam, and everyone was like just absolutely bouncing, and like it was just a great time. And I looked at them doing that, and I thought, yeah, I want to do that.
Excellent. Excellent. I thought what you was going to say there, and you could expand on this in the future. You could say they'd run out of it. They were really struggling. I was there. I had my guitar. I went, hey lads, step up. Go on, have a beer. I'm on. And they had you on, and that was it. No. I mean, you could get away with murder nowadays. Do you say what you want?
No, I wish, but unfortunately at the time I was shocking, and I'm not much better now. So.
Oh, don't say that. Hey, you can't be shocking because you're on this. We're interviewing you. Janice doesn't have any dross, you know. She's. I mean, yes. She's very particular. Seriously, we don't. We've done all that in the past, and we don't do it anymore. We only interview the best. That. So if you come on, if you're on this, then you've got to be good, and I trust Janice implicitly. But I've heard your tracks, I've heard your music, we've played it before. You know what I'm saying, don't you? Sean Bull's on, he said, is this live? Yes, well, it's live now, but if you're watching it on Duggys Atomic Dustbin, no, it's a recording. It's very confusing. He says he's very drunk, so that'll just mash his head right in, won't it? So is there any funny or catastrophes that have happened? You know, I mean, they're always at the time the disasters, but as life goes on, you go, actually, that was great, it was funny. Is there anything you can think of?
Yes, there is. I think every musician should have a bad gig story.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. So you can't. Yeah, go
on. Ours was, so Sheffield for a while was a bit of a cursed city. It seems like we could not play there. Like something would go wrong every time we had a gig there, and we wouldn't be able to do the gig or whatever it was. But this one particular time we were off to play at the Washington in Sheffield, and we do the sound check, everything, it's all going great. But our drummer at the time was 17, so it was 3 days away from his 18th birthday. Yeah. And obviously most venues, you've got to be above 18 to be in there and play in there and all that. But we thought we'd probably blagged it anyway. So something like 15 minutes, it must have been 10 minutes before we were meant to go on, someone's going around IDing everybody. So I don't think much of it. But they get to my drummer. Obviously, he's 17, 3 days away from being 18. But it doesn't matter. It's like, I'm sorry, you can't play. And we're just thinking, we'll literally just do the gig and then leave. Like we're not drinking or anything. We're just trying to play music. They said, well, like you can't do that, more or less. So they kicked us out, and we travelled about 2 hours to get there.
That's ridiculous.
Well. Yeah, a little bit, but I get it. Like it is what it is, but. The funny part, I suppose, of that is there was a green room. I don't think they know this, so I hope they never see this, but there was a green room with like something like 24 beers in there or something. So I leave the venue, my drummer leaves, the guitarist leaves, but our bassist is nowhere to be seen. I'm just thinking, where has he gone to? I mean, we need to go home now. And we see him come out of the venue with a backpack that's like comically been like full, like stuffed with beers. You can see the outlines of the cans. It's that full, right? And we're going, what have you done? Like, what have you done that for? And he's like, well, they've kicked us out. It's principle. And he just took all 24 beers home, and we had them on the way back, basically. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, they're probably for you in the dressing room anyway. So why the hell not? Do you know what I mean? They probably.
I don't think it was all 24 though, but you know,
tough crap. It's
exactly.
Tough crap. We've took 'em, mate. It's gone. So let me just put a bit. I was light in here before. Well, yeah. So that's gone. That's gone a bit crazy. That's too bright, isn't it? That's too bright. That's bright. That's great. Well, that's bad in it as well. You know, they wouldn't have you in just because he's nearly 80. I didn't think that was a case. I thought you should be able to be in there. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know the licensing laws, but if he's not surely if he's not drinking, he's performing. You should be able to. Anyway, hey, whatever. It's happened and it's made a good story for you guys going forward.
That's it.
So brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Let's see if there's any questions. Because what we'll do, just so you know, we try and keep these to about 15 minutes for the show. So we'll get to about 15 minutes. We might play your track and then we can carry on. And then so if anyone is interested in learning more, when you go to YouTube, you'll find the full video on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely, this is genius, mate. This is me thinking on the fly now. Is that all right with you? Because what tends to happen is we do these and they need to be short and sweet. Otherwise, it's too long for the show. But if we do that and do a longer one, then people can go and see some more, can't they? So that's what we're going to do anyway. Tell us a bit about the track that we've got that we're going to play in a bit.
Yeah, so it's quite compared to my other tracks, it's quite like chilled out, very sort of almost lo-fi, and it's just about basically when you fall for someone and everything you do together, even the most boring stuff, is remarkable, like getting takeaways and staying in bed all weekend and that sort of thing. So yeah, that's what it's about.
Love it. And you're right. I mean, I think everyone needs. We're forced to be obsessed with fame, fortune, driving the best car, going on a holiday, look at me, all the rest of it. But when you cut down to the chase, being that's that kind of, I'm not just saying relationships, but that kind of thing, like being in a relationship, it's like having a job that you really love, then that's worth more than all the other things become meaningless, don't they? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and,
that's true.
And I always said when I first met my wife Sandra, it's the simple things for me. It is those simple things that you whatever that simple thing is, whether it's going for a walk, whether it's just, I don't know, it could be anything, couldn't it? Sat around having a chat about. So it's those little simple things in life that are far more important, and if you look at them, more enjoyable than the other crap that you do, that we all do. So
yeah, the best things. I agree.
I like it. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. If you could do, because I might forget, if you could say this is Red Shakes and you're listening to Duggystone Radio, Eddie will make a jingle out of it for us.
All right. This is Red Shakes and you're listening to Duggystone Radio.
Brilliant. Right, what we're going to do, we're going to play your track now for the show. People can listen to that. So you stay right there. I might put a screen on so we're not around, and then we'll come back and we'll have a chat. So if you're watching on Mixcloud on the Duggys Atomic Dustbin, you need to see the rest of this on YouTube after the track. So should we do that now? We'll do that now. We'll find your track because Janice has resent it to me today. Where is it? Here it is. So here you go, people. Was this it? Got the right one, I'm sure we have. This is it. Red Shakes, people. Duggys Atomic Dustbin introducing. Listen to this, people. Oh, yeah.
There's nobody like you. You know it's true. You know it's true. I'd step on, let go, cancel plans tomorrow, let's stay in bed. Just like you said, there's no instead. Angel, you came from up above. Oh no, a thing that I'm in love, a thing that I'm in love, thing that I'm in love. So pure and pristine as a dove. Oh no, a thing that I'm in love, a thing that I'm in love, thing that I'm in love. Let's cook tonight, she said, nice, alright, let's get a takeaway. You and I waste the days. Weekend on my couch, you me spacing out, let's get away. I hate the game from up above. Oh no, a thing that I'm in love, a thing that I'm in love, thing that I'm in love. So pure and pristine as a dove. Oh no, a thing that I'm in love, a thing that I'm in love, thing that I'm in love. Did I ever tell you when you said you weren't special, you were wrong? Never had one like you come along, 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 along,
Is he going to restart again, people? I don't know. I like the way that track sort of leads you into false sense of security where you think it's going to end and it comes back in again. Love that, man. Love it.
Yeah, rises back up.
Yeah, I like that's a bloody brilliant track, mate. It's great. So if you're watching this now, you're on YouTube. Thanks very much for coming to YouTube and checking us out. This is Duggys Atomic Dustbin, and it's an introducing Red Shakes. So there you go. So yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Love that. Love that. Are we back
Very
on?
much.
We should be back on. Are we back on screen? Let me just check. No, we're not back on screen. We're back on screen now. There you go. Great, mate. Great. Love that. Yeah, because what I was saying before, what we tend to do is we did one last week and it was about 35 minutes. And it's too long for the show. So we'll just try to tempt people in. So if they come back and we can delve a bit more deeper, can't we? And do a little bit more of a longer interview for the old YouTube folk and all that. So there you go. But thanks for giving us your track. We really, really appreciate you giving us your track because that means a lot to us that artists go, do you know what? I'm going to give it to you before it's been released. That does mean a lot because it's quite precious. It's your thing. It's your craft. You've spent hours and hours working on it. Well, some people don't. They tell you they do it in a couple of hours. How long did it take to sort that track out, write it, and then produce it?
It's a funny one because it's probably the most unique track from a writing perspective I've ever done because it came from like a jam session basically. So that sort of like a chorus section, we're all just noodling, and it sort of came together. And then I went to sit down basically at home over the like next few days to actually write the lyrics and properly write the structure out of the song.
Okay.
So probably all within about a week, but over like multiple days, I was doing like different parts of it and stuff. Interesting,
because I find that interesting because I can't play an instrument. I've never written a song. I can't really sing, so I'm pretty crap. You know what I mean? But it always intrigues me how some bands start with a track, the music, and go and give it to someone. They go and they write. I just find that just blows my mind. Or someone will write some lyrics, and then someone else will go, do you know what? We can put that to that, and that work. It's just fascinating how though everyone does it differently. And how people can actually do it in the first place. It's just really, I'm really impressed by it. So it's good. Well, that's a great track.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like I've had songs where I've written them in like 30 minutes by myself, and that's how they've come out. But yeah, this one was definitely a bit different to my usual process. So how it came out.
Yeah, it's good that, especially if you've done it from a jam, which is brilliant, isn't it? You know, jamming away and then putting it together. It's absolutely fantastic. See if we've got any more questions while we're here. Well, Shaunable, hold on, I'm off to Amsterdam. Well, enjoy yourself, fella. People only go to Amsterdam for two reasons, and I'd like to know which one it is. Or is it both? I've no idea. You tell me. I lived in Holland for about a year in Rotterdam. I used to go to Amsterdam on a frequent basis. So, yeah, get stoned. But it's just like how life is, isn't it? So, have you done anything abroad? Would you go abroad touring? Because I know it's a bit different now with the, the EU stuff. It's a bit more difficult to tour. Or you just focused on the UK. Do you know what I mean? Is that something you'd plan to do in the future, or do you just want to smash the UK?
Yeah, no. To be honest, I'd absolutely love that. And like, so I'm not from England myself. So I grew up in France. I moved here in 2011. So my mum is English. I was born,
you know what? You would never tell, would you? You've not even got a French accent, have you?
I've been living here too long.
I know. I love it. Do you know what? J'adore France. I love France. I absolutely love France. It's one of my. If you had a place and someone said you've got to move and where you're going to move to, it'd be France. Not Paris or anything like that, but
the south.
The south. There's some beautiful. Where did we go? Where did we go? Is it Bordeaux? Did we go to Bordeaux? We've been to Bordeaux this year. That's all pedestrianised. I absolutely loved it. It's brilliant. Where are you from then?
I'm from Paris. I mean, I wouldn't move there either if I had to
go
back.
Bloody Paris is ridiculous, isn't it? I got my wallet lifted in Paris on the Eiffel Tower in 1999 and turned around.
I believe that.
Money gone. You probably nicked it to buy your first guitar, something like that. But yeah, France is wonderful. I've done a tour around France on my motorcycle through the Pyrenees into Spain, and we've done a few caravan trips around there. And I just love it. I just adore it. And it makes me laugh when people go, "Oh, I don't like the French." Oh, and I'm like, well, you're going to the wrong places and you're treating them wrong. Because I tell you what, I've never been to France except Paris. I got ignored in Paris outside a restaurant bar, so we all got up and walked away. But anywhere else you go, and I'd advise anyone, go to where they don't speak English or very little. And I'll tell you what, it's absolutely a brilliant, brilliant country. Food's great, people are great, love it. There you go.
I agree. I think that all the negative stereotypes, it's Parisians, not French people.
Yeah, well, to be fair, let's have all the negative UK, English stereotypes. All beer, lager swilling yobs, and that's why most of the world don't like us. Because you turn up. I've never worn an England top, but I wear, because I lived in Holland, I wear a Dutch top. Because as soon as you put an England top on, they think you're a yob, don't they? But I'll quite happily put a Holland top on. Anytime. So there you go. So why did you move? This is not about your music, is it? But it's interesting. Why did you move? Why did your parents move from France to come to to England?
So, well, the thing is, so my mum is English. So
oh yeah, okay.
She obviously half my family was here, and I think she quite missed them. So and I was like 10, 11, so it was young enough for me to move without maybe having too much of a culture shock when I grew up. So I think that's probably why, if I'm honest. Yeah, but I'm grateful we did, because I probably wouldn't have made music otherwise, I don't think.
Probably not. And yeah, it's good. So brilliant. I bet put the French accent on the French. Good for the women, I suppose, isn't it? Good for the ladies, if you're into that kind of thing.
That's the problem.
Pardon?
I'd have to keep it up forever, though.
Oh, just do a little bit, can't you? I mean, yeah. every now and then, d'accord and all that sort. I speak a little bit of French. I did French night school, but I struggle with it because I'm dyslexic. But just blew my mind, all the grammar and stuff. It's just a nightmare.
No.
Don't know how you keep up with it. Anyway, let's get back on track. Let's get back on track to the music. So, talk about that then. Is there any, because not necessarily French. What sort of any French artists that you like? French music that interests you? What is anything from that sort of place?
A little bit, but if I'm honest, I really love English music and probably American music more so than anything else. I do like some world music, but it's mostly oddly Latin music. I really like, I suppose, the rhythms they have in there.
Man, yeah.
But there's one, she makes music basically in French and English.
Right.
It's called Pamplemousse, which is grapefruit basically in French. That's the band's name. But they're really, really good. Well worth checking out for sure.
I've played them on my show. I like them.
Oh, they're brilliant, aren't they?
Yeah, they do a mashup of one of my all-time favourites, Lovely Day.
With Lizzo.
It's brilliant. Yeah.
It's the mashup. So I've heard it. It's very good.
We couldn't play this on. We can't play this on YouTube. I'd have to take it out. But I think there's something about her as well. She's got a nice look with her, hasn't she? She's lovely looking. This is the one that I like. I'll have to edit this out, people, but go and check it out.
Baby, how you feeling? Here we go. I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
I just love this.
Yeah, it's great.
Right, we'll stop that. I'll have to edit that. I'll give myself more work. I didn't realise she was French, but I should have known from the word pamplemousse that she was French. But there's one where they're doing that song and they're jamming in the studio, and they just look like they're having the best time. Just like natural. It's brilliant. They're a brilliant band, and they're definitely go and check it out. I like that. It's good. Yeah, you see, I do know me onions.
You do.
See what I did there? French onion. Never mind. I'm here all week. Right. So yeah. Oh, someone Shawnable's had a drink. Said yes, she's beautiful. There you go. Pamplemousse are excellent. See, we do love them. We do like them. We know of them. That's great. But yeah, I think a lot of the world have been influenced or look to the UK and the US for their music, don't they? Yeah, there's some really good artists in countries. I find it really strange. And also, when you go to places in Europe, a lot of them are still back in the 80s, aren't they? Still playing 80s rock and stuff like that when you go anywhere. But then there's some underground stuff that's really good, really wonderful. So what's the plans for the future then? Where's Red Shakes going next?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just sort of hoping to really like solidify the whole Red Shakes thing. So I want to get bigger gigs, like get on the festival circuit properly. Now we've had our debut at like a, I'd say like a relatively big festival, and yeah, just like give it a real go of things. But next year I'd love to release probably a bit more music than I have this year.
Yeah,
we'll see where things go.
Brilliant. Janice is asking, who would you love to gig with?
Oh, they're very hard because there's. I
know it is very hard. You know what I mean? To everyone that he doesn't mention, he can't have. He's only picking one for now, so you might be like they're neck and neck. But yeah, you can read him a few off if you want.
This is really tough, but I think they're a big influence on my music personally. And I think it'd be sweet because I'd love to just it's basically like a free gig because I'd love to watch him anyway. And I've seen him a few times, but I think the Kooks, I'd really like to do a gig with. I think I just think it's like really sort of not like simple, but it is like relatively simple, but like just brilliant songwriting.
Excellent.
And yeah, a great live band as well.
Can we sort it out, Jan? Can you get onto the Kooks and get him on stage with him and see if we can do that? Because it's possible, isn't it? It's feasible nowadays with the internet. Oh, nightmare. Eddie normally asks this question. So if you have a tour van, what kind of tour van is your tour van?
Well, do you want like the answer of what I wish I had or what we're
No, what you currently got. We want to know how desperate you are.
Yeah. No, it's bad. It's I don't know the model of the car, but it's like this Skoda. It's absolutely tiny. You have to ram the boot, and even then, I think all three of us, when we're big lads, are in the back basically with all the guitars and everything like just slapped on our laps.
What is it? It's not a Yeti, is it? Is it a Yeti? Skoda Yeti.
I have no idea, but it's a tiny car. It's very small.
Oh right, okay. Anyway, that's what they do. So they've not got that. But okay. We'll say that first because I don't normally ask that question. What's your dream tour van? What would you like to do? Where would you see it?
Oh, I just love the idea of like these tour buses that have like bloody like beds in, and you can like watch telly in there, and there's like little kitchens. Look absolutely nuts. And compared to the Skoda, that would be like another level of comfort. So that's the dream.
So we're looking at somewhere between this tour bus. Want to be a rock star? You've actually been a rock star in it, but you're great. You see some of these bands, and it's ridiculous what they have, don't they? You know, the fact that they're touring. But if you think about it, if you're doing a massive tour, you want your own space, don't you? Somewhere you go and you'll sleep and communicate, come together. So makes sense. They all have mistakes, don't they? Crazy. If Lupin isn't the best show on TV, which is, I don't even know what that means. Lupin. Never mind. He's drunk. No idea what he means by that. Right, have we got any more questions before? Because brilliant. Okay. Oh, I tell you what, I'll ask you the Room 101 question. I normally pull out of the bag. Is there a band or band you would shove in Room 101, never to be seen again?
Oh, that's so mean.
You don't have to, but you don't have to answer it. You can be politically correct and go, I don't prepare to answer that question. Some bands do.
No, you know what? I'm gonna be risky and answer it, but I'll have to have a think actually. What do I? Because I feel bad because I don't like it personally. Others might. But
hey, I get slated all the time because I'm not a massive Bowie fan, and everyone raves over, and I get slated for it. Kate Bush, I can't.
I love it. Wrong person.
Kate Bush, I can't stand her. Oh, I had this in from Kate Bush. Have a listen to this. This is what I had from last week.
Who would I put in the Room never to be seen again? That is so tough. I think. Okay, all right. I think I've got one, to be honest. It's Top Loader.
Okay, Top Loader, very big. Yeah, a lot of people will like that.
I've got 2 reasons for that.
Go on. Hey, I've got reasons as well, people. Brilliant. Go on.
So, I think that the fact that the song they're most famous for is not theirs is not great.
Yeah.
You probably should be known for your own music over a cover. And then I recently found out they played the Tory Party conference, which I think they should maybe be put in the room for that. I mean, each to their own opinions. But
do you know what? Do you know what? As opinions go, you know, they normally talk about their music prowess. You're talking political now, and I think you're quite right, especially in this current climate. They've sold out, haven't they? They've sold out to the machine.
Famous cover band that played the Tory conference, so I don't know. They're going to the room for that.
It's a nightmare. Yeah, it's not on. It's not very good. That is it. We don't want any of that nonsense, do we?
Yeah, don't come after me though.
I don't think they will, mate. But if you're looking to gig with them, you've just written them ones off. They're not going to have you on. So Janice, just get on the Top Loader and tell him he's not interested in gigging with them. So that's off. It's off the table now, that one. Hey, we talk about the tour bus, and you talked about your drummer, Nick, or your bassist, nicking all of the ale. What would be your rider for a gig? Do you know if you get a bit, big for your boots, a bit diva-ish, and you go, right, we're playing the O2, and our rider is, we want bum, bum, bum in the dressing room, or it's not happening.
I feel like I'm relatively sensible as far as like people in rock bands go. So I'd have water's really good and important. I feel like you always need loads of water.
Evian.
Then some of those like vocal zones. I love them. I can't lie. They make it really good. Like if you're feeling a bit rough, that'll sort you out.
Okay.
And for the good stuff, I think I'd have a few ciders and. Whiskey's really good as well, actually, before going on stage if you want to clear up the throat. So they have this like honey whiskey, excellent, and I'd like that on there.
Nice. Is that it? Right, Janice, we can book him now because if that's his riders, we can fulfil that. We can fulfil.
Oh right, no, sorry, I missed it. Yeah, and the grand in cash as well. That is in the rider.
Okay. Well, you get paid for the gig. We had one band once. We asked him what his ride would be. Do you know what he said he wanted? He wanted a throne made out of KFC buckets full of KFC.
That's pretty good.
That's cool, isn't it? I mean, and he was going to be playing a gig that ended up getting cancelled. And I was like, can we get hold of KFC and get him to send... Imagine if we did that. That'd just be off the scale, wouldn't it? But the gig got cancelled. And I thought that'd be great. A throne of KFC boxes.
I mean, you've just reminded me of something. So somebody said I should put one ridiculous request on the rider just to see, because we were playing obviously Bingley. They asked for a rider. It's a proper festival. So I was thinking, what am I going to put on there? And I thought, as a ridiculous request, being Red Shakes, to see if they would give me a bowl of M&Ms, but only the red ones, like picked out, basically.
Correct. And I think that'd be good, because that's where all that stuff came from. I forget which band it was, but they did the same, and I think it was brown M&Ms or blue M&Ms, whichever. And they were like, how ridiculous! It was a mega. Janice will probably tell you, it's a mega band, And this was asked, why have you done that? And they went, we just want to make sure they've read the contract. Well, we're not interested in the brown M&Ms. We just want to make sure they've read it because we've got brown M&Ms. They know we've read everything on our list. We know it's yeah.
No, that's smart.
No, that was Gallagher. See, what it is, we did Dougie Fest earlier on year. Gallagher's Green did it here. They wanted, I think it was brown M&Ms. And Janice, bless her, she went to the shop and bought loads of packets of them, and we ended up giving them a bowl. They was doing it as a bit of a Mickey take. But we ended up, Janice presented them with a bowl of them when they came to the gig. So, there you go.
They loved it.
Yeah. Oh, Shawnable wants Maltesers and Hazy Jane for riders. Hazy Jane's made by Brewdog, one of my favourite drinks. I love that. So that's his thing.
Good rider.
Brilliant. Right, is there anything that I've not asked you that you want to get off your chest? Or, well, it's not a counselling session. Or is it, you know what I mean? There might be a gig or there might be something you're promoting. Or what is it you want to say to people?
Yeah, so I suppose if there's anybody down south, because we are playing a lot of gigs still this year, but we're going back to London on December the 16th, and we're going to be playing at the Gunners in I believe it's North London.
Yeah.
And we don't get down there very often, so if anybody wants to see us, come down. But apart from that, just stream Angel.
Yeah, definitely stream Angel. So whereabouts are you based currently? So you're obviously doing London. Where's your home base? I'm not sure I've asked you that. So...
Yeah, so like Bradford, Leeds sort of way. So it's in West Yorkshire. So yeah, it's a fair drive down to London for us. So it'll be good though.
Bradford. Well, you've moved from Paris to Bradford. Now that just says it all, mate.
Sorry.
That's how you've ended up getting into music. I tell you, that's done it for you. Bradford. Now we know the state of play, don't we? So I'm from Manchester anyway. I know Bradford and the surrounding areas, so pretty cool. Well, I'm going to let you get on with your day and wish you all the best. Thanks very much for coming on the show. Thanks for giving us your track and all the best with that and whatever you're doing. And what we say to to artists who come on, it's not a one-hit deal. So if you want to come on again in the future, tap Janice up and she'll get you on. It might be that something's going on. You can also, she'll give you the studio, or you can do it to Janice. If you want to drop us a note anytime, this is Red Shakes and we're doing X, Y, and Z, we can put that on the show because that's what the show's all about.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome, mate. I'm going to leave you to it, let you get on with your day, and I'll wrap things up here with everybody else. So thanks very much, man. Love it.
Cheers. Good day.
Cheers. Thank you. That was brilliant. Wasn't it? Let me get yourself back on screen, and we'll yes, because all you've got now is a desktop, haven't you? There you go. What do you think of that? Red Shakes, wonderful. So with this, the whole interview should be on YouTube. If you watch on YouTube, come and get us on Duggystone Radio. We interview bands for introducing. We also have a show on a Thursday, Duggys Atomic Dustbin, where we play what we believe are what Janice believes are the best indie bands that you should be checking out. That's where we get the interviews from, and it's on a Thursday, 8 till 10. UK time, just go to mixcloud.com/live/Duggystone Radio, or you can go to our website, duggystoneradio.com, DUGGYSTONE.com. You can listen to the audio for the shows on the website, or just below it is a link for the Mixcloud feed. So if you click on that, I'll take you to it. Give us a follow if you like what we do, and what it'll notify you if you click the bell like YouTube. It'll notify you when our shows go live, and we've got some cracking shows on the station. You need to check it out. So it's absolutely wonderful. Sean says, "'Twas great that." Right, I'll be back if you're watching live. I'll be back at 6 p.m. on Wednesday to interview another band. We've got an exclusive from them. They've not even got any social sorted out. They're called Escape with 3 dots on the end. I don't know why. We'll ask them about that nonsense later. But until next time, Kirk out.